Ladies and gentlemen, the woman elected in Indianapolis to lead the nation's largest veterans auxiliary organization is eligible for membership in the auxiliary through the service of her grandfather, World War II Navy veteran Roger Schroeder. She proudly served as national president for 2 years and brought a wealth of experience to our American Legion family. She holds a master's degree in nursing administration and has been a president and CEO of a hospital. She's a member of ALA Unit 127 in Gladbrook, Iowa. Please give a warm welcome to National President of the American Legion, Nicole Clapp.
Good morning. Please be seated. It is a pleasure to be with you in person. We are here. We have been waiting for this for 2 whole years. I have to tell you, growing up, I loved cartoons. And I still like to pick up a newspaper when I get a chance. And my favorite cartoons were Family Circus and Dennis the Menace. And I hope you laugh too, because that's why I enjoy them. It's out of the mouths of babe, and they give you a fresh start to your day. Well, 2 years ago in July, which seems like a long time ago now, back in 2019, on the 4th of July, I was preparing my installation speech to become national president. And I picked up the newspaper as I try to do, and there was Family Circus. They were all sitting on a hill watching fireworks. And Billy, the oldest, tugged on his dad's shirt, and the caption is, "Dad, can't we just DVR these fireworks so that we can have them into perpetuity?" Well, for me, I know I have met the majority of you, and I know there's some I haven't met. So we will have my National President pin still available for anyone who would like them, because that's the story of the fireworks and the reason I'm standing here today. Because of the poppy, when I was 4 years old, I saw people distributing the poppy in my small town of Gladbrook in the state of Iowa, and I didn't know what it meant. I didn't even know it wasn't real. I just knew that it brought smiles to people's faces, and I wanted to be a part of that. So I went up to my mom and I said, "Mom, can I do that?" And I don't know about you, but I know when Mom said it was okay, it's okay. And we found out at that point that not only was I eligible to be a member of the American Legion Auxiliary, my mom, my aunt, my cousins, and I don't know about you, but in Gladbrook, Iowa, if you make goal that year, it's a pretty big deal. And so Gladbrook did make goal for that year to honor my grandpa, Roger Schroeder, who served in the United States Navy during World War II. Now, as I look back on that poppy experience, that is the poppy fields also that represent World War I, the reason our organizations exist. For the Legion to be celebrating 102 years, and for us as the auxiliary, just a mere 9 months later at 101 years. So for me, celebrating a century of service has been our theme, because how many organizations do you know have a legacy to last 100 years? Let alone to get to celebrate your 100th birthday for 2 whole years straight. So I have told everyone we have been celebrating since the pandemic started all the way to Phoenix, and we are here now and we are celebrating. So roll the calendar ahead 2 years. It's 4th of July once again, and I pick up the newspaper, and on the big spread is the Family Circus once again. Same basic picture, family sitting on a hill, watching fireworks, and Billy's tugging on his dad's shirt once again, and he said, "Dad, this was sure worth the year-long wait." And that's what we have now, is a national convention here in Phoenix. Yes, sometimes I wanted to say Louisville this week, but we know Phoenix is our home for this wonderful convention. And again, we have so much to be proud of. When you talk about the military way of adapt and overcome, I think the American Legion family has exemplified that better than ever in the pandemic. Having the pandemic, the first couple of weeks, you kind of felt it was like Groundhog Day. The same thing was happening day after day after day. Bill and I finally got home from New Jersey, because we were there when the pandemic closed the world down. And if you've ever seen the Groundhog Day movie, it's where the same thing does happen day after day after day, and you're not sure why. But I knew the light at the end of the tunnel would be coming, and each day it's gotten brighter and brighter. And I'd have to say the Phoenix sun is as bright as I've ever seen. So as we move forward, I spent that time looking at some history. And President Abe Lincoln made the comment that we live in the midst of alarms. Anxiety clouds the future. We expect some disaster with each newspaper we read. And I think if we all take a step back, that's probably how we were feeling at the beginning of March of 20 and continuing on through the pandemic. But he also said, common-looking people are the best in the world, and that's the reason the Lord made so many of them. I equate that to the American Legion family, approximately 3 million strong. It has been an honor and a privilege to represent the American Legion Auxiliary, 600,000 members. Not only for 1 year, I don't mind having an asterisk by my name that gives us a 2-year term. As I look back of being raised in this organization, as I mentioned, since the age of 4, the opportunities that the American Legion has afforded me, be it oratorical contest and looking to the future, and with the American Legion Auxiliary, and having the opportunity of a lifetime to have a second asterisk by my name, to be the only national junior president at the sweet age of 16, with past national commander Jake Comer at my side, to 32 years later, to be able to stand here today and to look out in the front row of the audience, and I see my first commander. I love you, Jake. Thank you. So as we look to where we're going in the future, we got a lot of work to do. And Legion, we need your help. Commander Bill and I did a public service announcement about 4,600 posts across the country that don't have an auxiliary unit. So if we think back to all the hard work we have done in the pandemic and all the creative ways, I think my favorite is when I see the commercial of the little girl playing tic-tac-toe on the window of the nursing home on the other side of the window into a resident. All the birthday parades, all the drive-bys, the blood drives, anything we did out of the norm, but it showed we are resilient. But we need you. If we had those 4,600 auxiliary units right by your side, just think how much lighter the work could have been and much more we could have done. So I would challenge you when you go back home in your departments to consider, why don't we have an auxiliary unit? I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't because of my grandpa and the poppy. But more importantly, the question was, nobody asked my mom if she could join, or me. In a town of 900, everybody knows everybody's business, as we all know. So it took my mom's effort to go ask and her initiative to make me a member. Shame on my personal little unit. They should have known, because now we have over 265 auxiliary members in a town of 900. Oh, well, thank you. Now, I would be Pinocchio, though, if I told you they're all active, or they all live in Gladbrook, because if they did, when you came to homecoming in Gladbrook, you would have probably seen a McDonald's and a stoplight. Well, we don't have any of those. But of those 265, we have 58 future leaders as junior auxiliary members. So please continue to culture our future, because once again, that is what it has meant to me as an auxiliary member. It has been a privilege to serve with Commander Bill and Commander Clint. I think when you look at collective resolve, if we didn't have collective resolve, we wouldn't be standing here at the end of a calendar that I used to think had 12 months in it, but now it obviously has 24. So Commander, if you'll please come to the podium, please. I have a presentation for you. Good morning. On behalf of the American Legion Auxiliary, I would like to present you on behalf of the American Legion Veterans and Children's Foundation, a check for $10,000.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you, everyone. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve.